All right, guys, first question we got is, what is the most impactful workout you've ever done and why?
It's 4 to 5 by mile with 3 minutes jogging rest in between. And I feel like this workout works for me because a mile is just long enough to work both the aerobic system and the anaerobic system. You're able to just work on that turnover at the finish. And I would take these reps super hard, probably around 80 to 90%, and do it with your teammates, because towards the end, it just gets really tough, and having your teammates around you is what's going to push you to your best.
All right, question 2 is, what is the biggest mistake you see high school runners making?
Not taking the time over the summer to build their aerobic base. They're just super excited after the track season, and they keep spamming those track workouts, whether they be like 12 to 16 by 400 or 200 meter repeats. Instead, it's important to do a lot of easy days, tempo runs, and long runs rather than just spamming those short repetitions. That way you can build your aerobic base going into the cross-country season.
Third question is, if you could give one piece of advice to a runner trying to reach their next level, what would it be?
Just bet on yourself. Believe in yourself that you can really push at the end of a 5K, that you can make those state championships, and that you can eventually get a Division III, II, or even a Division I offer from a school. Because believing in yourself at the end of a 5K is what's going to take you from maybe an 18-minute 5K down to a 17:50, because when you believe in yourself, you're able to give that last little bit of effort into that sprint finish.
All right, fourth question being, what is something you wish you knew when you first started running competitively?
The importance of including some sort of strength training into your weekly training. I now strength train on my hard days, so twice a week. And before strength training is when I was constantly getting injured. I dealt with Achilles tendonitis, some IT band pain. But once I started strength training and built that strength up and that endurance up in my muscles is when I was able to have like a seamless marathon build, half marathon build, and ultimately lower my 5K, 10K times.
All right, guys, so final question is, when training is tough or motivation is low, what keeps you going?
What keeps me going is probably my obsession with the sport. I just love running so much, and I think it's a metaphor for everything else we do in life. If you're the kind of guy who's going to be able to push at the end of the 5K when it's super hard, when you're super tired, you're going to be the kind of guy who's going to be able to finish the job in your personal life. And when there's other struggles in your life, you're going to be the guy that people rely on, the teammate that people rely on. And that's what keeps me going. The running is ultimately practice for the real world.